you're ranked in the top
Oh, yeah. Bring on that red.
Cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to College Park, Maryland. SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Maryland Terrapins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Maryland's offense will take the field first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. A stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Pulls it in, brings it to the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the keeper.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Terrapins in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Right on the money. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Running to Green. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw, it's Jennings. Bringing the heat. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the 1st half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. There he goes. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. It's good, easy call for the refs. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
The Nittany Lions offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most...
A lot of room to the right. Picked off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. With the catch, it's Wade. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Nittany Lions will try to put one into the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Penn State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he'll bring it back. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double.
Makes the grab deep. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. A designed run for the quarterback.
Nope.
And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the 1st quarter.
Holy hell.
Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. Lots of time left and ready ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Fires to the tight end.
Why are you sitting back, man? Attack.
His defense makes a 3rd down stop. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Right down the boulevard. That brings them to within 1. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to put it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road, and I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
That's caught. It's Dingle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
This one's complete. Oh, he's got some space. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Nittany Lions line it up with a 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Firing to the right, complete. Lots of room to run. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
I think sometimes offensively, you got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary, and you got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Dyer. Touchdown, Terrapins! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers. And Kyle hits, the run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10.
Finally, he
find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Time to take a shot. Got it in.
Goodbye.
20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Penn State.
Touchdown, Penn State.
So good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Boop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Throws to the tight
Thank
end.
you.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The defense putting points on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. NC State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Raleigh. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Wants to go up top on first down. Swings it out to the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Out of the backfield, he's open. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side.
Nope.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times.
Oh.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Trying to burn this defensive back.
What?
And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pulls it in. It's Francis. Turning it on. inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Wade. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. He leaves it with his back. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Penn State.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And the returner will be knocked down. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless.
I'm gonna ginger ale. That's what I want.
These secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here.
I made me a little dessert up with Greek yogurt. Put it in a bowl, mustard, some chocolate. Put it on top of the top. Put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes. I use black cherry Greek yogurt. Man, if that wasn't some kind of good.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Going to the run to start this second half.
Why would you push him right in my fucking way?
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Off play action. He tosses one.
Oh, my God.
Deep down the left side.
If he didn't touch him, that was sick.
A shot on second down.
Damn.
And they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel
son of a bitch, man.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Pulls it, fires to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Lewis. Breaks it open. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Terrapins are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He fought them off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Here's the handoff. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start. Now,
dude, come on.
Touchdown, Maryland! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get
It was
back
there for you. It was wide open for you to
They're
go in there
set
and
to
make
kick
that
it off.
tackle.
Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5.
Why are y'all
He
pushing
was
him in
looking
the
for some
fucking way?
running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
The Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab at the 30. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? And the Nittany Lions are marching down the field. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but despite all that, we still have a very close game. They're up by 4 over New Mexico State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
And And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Working that left side now. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Terrapins kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the RPO, complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Terrapins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Zings it complete to the right.
What?
And he'll run into the end zone.
Wow.
Touchdown, Terrapins! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
No, no, no.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
When it worked.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. The Nittany Lions are threatening in the red zone. Using his legs, it's Wade. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Rides the back and leads it on the option. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Got it behind the line. It's Francis. Touchdown, Penn State! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Got his man. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Jennings.
Ah!
Wide open downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Lofts one deep down the right side. He's got inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and...
There he goes! Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And at this point on the field, I mean, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The give on the inside. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the pummeling has started. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Oh, they're after him. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Rushes on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look.
Spot on the ball. He did not get that first down.
The coach still thinks he was right.
Damn right I was right.
Say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Terrapins are in the hurry up. Second down, he'll throw it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Terrapins will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Under fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win,